Okay, and I want to stop the transcript.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Okay. I am going to, yeah, if you could forward through those first four slides,
Mm-hmm.
that would be fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got exactly 30 after the hour. Let me get both of my timers started and expand my screen.
Okay. Let me stop
There we
sharing.
go. So
Good.
welcome,
And I'm going
everyone.
to,
Thank you so
perfect.
much for joining me today. My name's Barbara Morgan with Health Fitness, and I'm here for your 10-minute ErgoFit. I had someone reach out to me last week. Let's stand up if we can. If not, you can do this in your seat. We're going to take a big, deep breath and reach up to the ceiling, stretch a little bit. You pull on each arm. I had someone reach out to me at the end of class last week and ask about stretches for tech neck. And I was laughing because there are so many different things. We'll do another deep breath. That they call tech neck. They call it text neck or TECH neck. It's also called turtleneck. We'll talk about that in a minute. So definitely 90% of the people, one more deep breath, experience tech neck at some point. And unfortunately has a lot to do with our cell phones. So what we're going to start to do today is we're going to start with looking up at the ceiling. So the problem with tech neck is we are looking at our devices, we are looking down a lot, and you get a rounding of the shoulders, rounding of the spine. So we're going to try to do things to counteract that today. So the first thing we're going to do is look up to the ceiling. I'm going to try not to lose my headset here. So very gently, because again, this is something we rarely do, is look up at the ceiling. But we want to slowly tilt our head back and look up toward the ceiling. Now, be very careful. You want to do this very, very gently. It should never cause any pain and only go to the point where you just feel a little bit of a stretch because these muscles get tight because we look down so much. So very, very gently. And then you can bring your head back to normal, straight ahead. And we're going to do that again. And maybe you can go a little bit further this time. And you really don't have to hold on to your head. I just will lose my headset otherwise. So we want to do a number of things. We're trying to figure out how to strengthen the muscles around the neck and also how to gently stretch them. Because we just get so conditioned in a lot of our movements. And again, tablets and cell phones are a big culprit. As many of our stretches, these can be done anywhere. Probably don't want to do this while you're driving, but down again. And we want to hold these for 20, 30 seconds. If it really feels good, if you're sitting at your desk and it's feeling really tight, and you do this and it feels good, you surely could do it for longer. And we're going to look down and do this one more time. So you should feel this through the upper chest, clear up into the neck. The other thing that you can do is kind of relax your jaw, but open your mouth and close it again. So it just takes that a little bit deeper. Great. So the next one, as funny as this is called smell your armpit. So you want to put your hand on your head. I'm going to do left hand, and I'm going to look underneath my right armpit. And again, this is a motion that we don't do very often with our neck. So this is not only stretching, but also strengthening the muscles on the other side. So these muscles are contracting, the other side are lengthening. And you can put a little bit of pressure, again, no pain, Don't force anything, but if you want a little bit deeper stretch, the hand on the head will help with that. You might not be to that point yet, might be something you need to work up to. And we're gonna come up and we're gonna switch and we're gonna look over at that left armpit. And we want to make sure that your shoulders are down and relaxed when you're doing this. One of the biggest things we can do to prevent tech neck is have good posture. We're going to look at some ways where you can check your posture and just have an awareness. So much of ergonomics is awareness. We get into these habits and behaviors that really don't do us any good, and we perpetuate them day in, day out, over and over again. And then all of a sudden, when something starts to hurt, your awareness changes. Back to the right side again. Again, shoulder down and relaxed. You can shake that arm out while it's down there. Kind of give your wrist a little bit of a, I love when I can multitask. Gotta come over and do one more time on the left. Yeah, for those of you just joining us, I said if anyone has any parts of the body that they'd like to spend a little time on, I'd be happy to dedicate a week. Or if you have any specific questions that I could do a PEG, our practical ergonomic guidance weekly about, be happy to accommodate. Okay, I'm gonna come up a little bit and shake that all out. So one of the other things that happens is we talked about posture. So I'm going to stand sideways so you can see this, but we're going to try to get aligned so that our feet are over knees, knees over hips, shoulders over hips, head balanced between shoulders. So I want you to take your fingers, you can take 2 or 3 fingers, and I want you to actually push your neck back. So when you think about turtleneck being almost a turtle with its head out of the shell, what we're trying to do is push your neck back with your fingers so that there's a better alignment from the bottom of your feet clear to the top of your head. And that straight line is what we call in ergonomics a neutral posture. And the more neutral, so we're going to go forward again and push that back and hold it there. The more neutral your posture, the less wear and tear on your joints and ligaments and muscles and tendons. So we're looking for, throughout your day, the most relaxed, neutral posture we can have in all parts of our body. Forward one more time. And we want to push this back. If this feels foreign to you, you may be spending a lot of your day with your chin jutted out. And that again is an awareness thing that we want to make sure that you can fix. And one more time. So the next thing we can do is shoulder rolls. When we are like this all day, if that's our posture, what we want to do is counteract that. So we want to take the shoulders up and back and down and counteract what's happening. And down. Now we did less today, but we did them for longer. So with the neck, you don't need as many different things. You just need the thoroughness of each of them. All right. And we're going to do one last one. We're going to put our hands together and we're going to pull those shoulders back and get some stretch through the front of the chest and the shoulders, because again, it's this we're trying to counteract. So some of the things that can cause this issue, obviously your cell phones and tablets, your monitor height can be an issue, your neck rotation when you're driving. We talked about poor posture. If you can limit your screen time, how you sleep actually can affect neck issues. Tension and stress. We carry a lot of tension and stress in that area. And then all of these repetitive movements that we do, keying and mousing and everything that we do sitting at our desk all day really adds to our neck discomfort. So that's it for today. I appreciate everyone's time. I'm going to take a couple more big, deep breaths to the top. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Thank you. And we'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.
That was wonderful. Thank you, Barbara. Bye, everybody.
You're welcome.
I shared the
Thank
slide.
you.
Bye.
Thank you.
And then Barbara, yeah, you can just say, when you drop
Thank
down, you
you.
can say, stop the meeting or end meeting or something.
Okay. Stop recording.